Good evening, everyone. I'm just going to ask everyone to turn off their cell phone or silence it so that we don't have any interruptions during our ceremony. Good evening. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing. I would now like to introduce Ava Purcell, one of our inductees who will sing our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Ava, for that wonderful rendition of our national anthem. And thank you to Jonah Shabansky for your wonderful piano playing. Good evening and welcome to the 2023 Math, Science, English, and Social Studies Honor Society induction ceremony. First and foremost, I would like to thank the following individuals for their attendance this evening in support of our inductees. Pelham Board of Education members, Dr. Champ, Dr. Bowman, Mr. Berkowitz, Dr. Titone, Dr. Thompson, Dr. Callahan, family and friends, and of course, our honor inductees. Please allow me to introduce our high school principal, Mr. Berkowitz, for some opening remarks.
Thank you, Mr. Sirico. Good evening, members of the Board of Education, Dr. Champ, teachers, faculty, families, and most of all, students. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you, as Mr. Sirico has as well, to the Pell Memorial High School 2023 Academic Honor Society induction ceremony. For more than a century, Pell Memorial High School has been steadfast in its commitment to excellence. As we say, inspired by tradition, empowered through community. And students, tonight's induction ceremony signifies your important role in continuing this tradition of excellence. One of the great benefits of initiation into an academic honor society is your enhanced exposure to discipline-specific knowledge and the opportunities you'll have to strengthen the bonds of friendship with others who share your commitment to learning in the fields of English, math, science, or social studies. But perhaps most important are the joys you'll find through engaging meaningfully in service to others. By applying your content understandings and skills towards the service of others, you will demonstrate that scholarship at its best leads to service. Study and action going hand in hand. While tonight is a celebration of your individual and collective achievement, it would not be possible without your teachers, your mentors, families, and friends. So please join me in thanking all who have supported your intellectual growth and development. I wish you continued success and heartfelt congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Berkowitz, for your words of encouragement for our newest inductees. Our first honor society this evening is the National English Honor Society, Please allow me to introduce the current president of the National English Honor Society chapter in Pelham, Audrey Levinson.
Good evening. As Joyce Carol Oates writes, this is the time for which we have been wanting. The National English Honor Society, NEHS, founded in 1776 and sponsored by Sigma Tau Delta, is America's first honor society. The mission of NEHS is to confer national distinction upon high school students for high achievement in the English language arts, to build a community of academic achievers, to provide cultural stimulation and encourage interest in the English language arts, and finally, to serve society by fostering literacy. Inductees to the Quixotic chapter of the National English Honor Society, please rise. The NEHS motto, Yelas Shal Midara, is Old English for duty goes with honor. The motto represents one of the earliest forms of our language and affirms and celebrates an obligation to use one's gifts in service to others. And indeed, in the grammatical structure of the Old English phrase, duty actually precedes honor. Service to peers, school, and community are part and parcel of the NEHS mission. Inductees, please repeat the NEHS pledge after me. As a member of the National English Honor Society, I shall endeavor to advance the study of all areas of English and to foster a spirit of fellowship among students, excelling in all facets of the English language arts, ever keeping in mind our national motto as our guiding principle, Yelas Shal Midara. Duty goes with honor. Congratulations! You are now members of the National English Honor Society. Inductees, you may be seated. Please allow me to introduce the president of the Science National Honor Society, Aoife Jeffries.
Our next honor society is the Science National Honor Society. The Science National Honor Society, SNHS, recognizes students who have demonstrated excellence in encouraging and recognizing scientific and intellectual thought. Our members work to advance our school's knowledge of classical and modern science, and the SNHS is a prominent scientific organization that will engender a new group of young thinkers who will be the future of industry, research, and scientific exploration in America. Its purpose is to encourage scientific thought, advance students' scientific knowledge, and communicate with the science community. SNHS members are expected to also aid those in their community to achieve an increase of scientific comprehension and knowledge. Inductees for the Science National Honor Society, please rise and repeat the following pledge. I promise to do my best to represent the academic goals of the Science National Honor Society, to participate in community service, and encourage the pursuit of scientific knowledge that benefits all mankind. Congratulations, you are now members of the Science National Honor Society. Please be seated. It is my pleasure to introduce you to the president of Mu Alpha Theta Math Honor Society, Maria Shutai.
Our third honor society is Mu Alpha Theta, the National High School and two-year college mathematics honor society. Mu Alpha Theta was formed in 1957 at the University of Oklahoma and is dedicated to inspiring a keen interest in mathematics, developing strong scholarship in the subject, and promoting the enjoyment of mathematics in high school and two-year college students. The insignia of Mu Alpha Theta includes the colors blue and gold. Blue represents the truth as unlimited as the sky. Gold shines as a symbol that mathematics is indeed a valuable treasure. The insignia represents, above all, a high point in the history of the world, an important relationship in mathematics, one that combines the mystery challenge, and the beauty of numbers with a simple geometric figure, the right triangle. Let this simple geometric proof of the Pythagorean theorem be a symbol for you and serve as a challenge to encourage your further enjoyment and study of mathematics. Mu Alpha Theta candidates, please rise and repeat after me. As a member of Mu Alpha Theta, I agree to accept the challenge of this organization. I will strive to demonstrate the qualities of initiative and industry as I pursue a deeper interest in mathematics and share this knowledge with others. Congratulations, you are now members of Mu Alpha Theta. You may be seated. Please allow me to introduce the president of Rho Kappa Social Studies Honor Society, Caitlin Sheedy.
Our final honor society for the evening is the Rho Kappa Social Studies Honor Society. Rho Kappa candidates, you are being presented for induction into Rho Kappa, a society whose purpose is to honor excellence in the social studies. Our name, Rho Kappa, is taken from two words of Semitic origin. Rho is derived from resh, meaning head, and kappa is derived from kap, which means palm of the hand. Both of these terms symbolize our firm belief that knowledge without service is useless. The principal purpose of Rho Kappa is to stimulate a deeper and more comprehensive understanding of all of the academic disciplines which comprise the social studies. Rho Kappa is based on 4 pillars: truth, knowledge, wisdom, and service. Those of you who agree that you will strive to fulfill these fundamental principles, please rise and recite the following pledge. I promise to serve others, to search for truth, to utilize knowledge, and to seek wisdom through the pursuit of academic excellence in the social studies. I promise service to Pelham Memorial High School and to the community for true scholars of the social studies. Lead by example. I now declare you members of Rho Kappa. Congratulations, you may be seated. It is now my pleasure to welcome back to the stage the other presidents as well as the vice presidents of our honor societies, who will read the names of our inductees and distribute certificate folders.
Gabrielle Ato, National English Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society. Gavin Almer, National English Honor Society, National Math Honor Society, National Science Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society. Irene Basu, National English Honor Society, National Math Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society, National Science Honor Society. Alexander Beldeman, National English Honor Society, National Math Honor Society, National Science Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society. James Blackburn, National English Honor Society, National Math Honor Society, National Science Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society. Jack Boyce, National English Honor Society, National Math Honor Society, National Science Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society. Pierre Kayate, Rho Kappa Honor Society, National English Honor Society. Lucas Calderon, National English Honor Society, National Science Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society. Giovanni Carrion Silva, Rho Kappa Honor Society. Kyle Cheng, National English Honor Society, National Science Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society. Spencer Conrad, National English Honor Society, National Math Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society, National Science Honor Society. Lane Cooper, National English Honor Society. Adriana Craig, National English Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society. William Crotty, National English Honor Society, National Math Honor Society, National Science Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society. Emile Desmarais, National English Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society. Lucy Dolan, National English Honor Society, National Science Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society. John Dolan, National English Honor Society, National Science Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society. Amy Doherty, National Math Honor Society, National Science Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society, National English Honor Society. Russell Eustace, National English Honor Society, National Math Honor Society, National Science Honor Society. And Rho Kappa Honor Society. William Felgner, National English Honor Society, National Math Honor Society, National Science Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society. Sebastian Fisher, Rho Kappa Honor Society, National Science Honor Society, National English Honor Society. Eric Fontanella, National Math Honor Society, National Science Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society, National English Honor Society. Wilson Fredbeck, National English Honor Society, National Math Honor Society, National Science Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society. Patrick Gardner, National Science Honor Society. Sienna Giuseppe, National English Honor Society, National Math Honor Society, National Science Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society. Allison Goldman, National English Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society. Avery Goodman, National English Honor Society, National Math Honor Society, National Science Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society. Benjamin Gorski, National English Honor Society, National Math Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society.
Samantha Gregware, National English Honor Society, National Science Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society, National Math Honor Society. Kate Christina, National Math Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society, National Science Honor Society, National English Honor Society. Vivian Guo, National English Honor Society, National Math Honor Society, National Science Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society. Annika Halverson, National English Honor Society, National Math Honor Society, National Science Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society. Elle Halverson, National English Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society. Sarah Harris, National English Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society. Zachary Hazley Allende, National English Honor Society, National Math Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society, National Science Honor Society. Layla Herrera, National Math Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society, National English Honor Society. Nathaniel Hopper, Rho Kappa Honor Society. Christian Howell, National English Honor Society, National Science Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society. Tatiana Irani, National English Honor Society, National Math Honor Society. Rachel Janos, National English Honor Society, National Math Honor Society, National Science Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society. Henry Kagan, National English Honor Society, National Science Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society. Evan Kaplansky, National Math Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society. Zayed Karame, National English Honor Society, National Science Honor Society. Charles Kerr, Rho Kappa Honor Society, National English Honor Society. Julia Kindig, National English Honor Society, National Math Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society. Benjamin Koff, National English Honor Society, National Math Honor Society, National Science Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society. Catherine Kuznetsov, National English Honor Society, National Math Honor Society, National Science Honor Society. Ryan Lasilla, National English Honor Society. Sebastian Levy, National English Honor Society, National Math Honor Society, National Science Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society. Isaac Leaf, National English Honor Society, National Math Honor Society, National Science Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society. Brooke Luce, National English Honor Society, National Math Honor Society, National Science Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society. Madeline Lyons, National English Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society. Valerie Madrid, National Math Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society. Asa Malik, National Science Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society. Prashant Malwana, National English Honor Society, National Math Honor Society, National Science Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society. Sean McCormick, National English Honor Society, National Science Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society.
Mia McDermott, Rho Kappa Honor Society, National English Honor Society. Chloe McGibbon, National English Honor Society, National Math Honor Society, National Science Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society. Ryan McGovern, National Math Honor Society, National Science Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society. Megan McInerney, Rho Kappa Honor Society, National English Honor Society, National Math Honor Society, National Science Honor Society. Grace McNamara, National English Honor Society. Olivia Medrano, National Math Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society, National Science Honor Society, National English Honor Society. Helena Mejias, National English Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society. Christopher Meyer, National English Honor Society. Timothy Meyer, National English Honor Society. Matt Michaeloff, National English Honor Society, National Math Honor Society, National Science Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society. Jake Milo, National English Honor Society, National Math Honor Society, National Science Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society. Sylvia Moravik, National English Honor Society, National Math Honor Society, National Science Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society. Andrew Mullen, National Science Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society, National English Honor Society, National Math Honor Society. Kenneth Nelson, National English Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society. Brian Nespol, Rho Kappa Honor Society. Matthew Nespol, National English Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society. Rebecca Nicholas, National English Honor Society. Chinamari Njoku, National English Honor Society. Connor Normoyle, National English Honor Society, National Math Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society, National Science Honor Society. Jada O'Kane, National English Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society. Josephine Oliver, Rho Kappa Honor Society. Mia Orlando, National English Honor Society, National Math Honor Society, National Science Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society. Milana Tondi, National Science Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society. Adela Panaridi, National English Honor Society, National Math Honor Society, National Science Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society. Celia Parent, National English Honor Society, National Math Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society. Padraig Perelman, National English Honor Society, National Math Honor Society, National Science Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society. Jacqueline Panetta, National English Honor Society, National Math Honor Society, National Science Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society. Genevieve Pereira, National English Honor Society, National Math Honor Society, National Science Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society. Lola Pierce, National English Honor Society, National Science Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society.
Charles Pila, National Math Honor Society, National Science Honor Society. Olivia Polsky, National English Honor Society, National Math Honor Society, National Science Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society. Nolan Prophet, National Science Honor Society, National English Honor Society, National Math Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society. Maximilian Persia, National Math Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society, National English Honor Society, National Science Honor Society. Ava Purcell, National English Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society. Suresh Rossi, National English Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society. Luke Reishi, National English Honor Society, National Science Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society, National Math Honor Society. Inez Rowland, National English Honor Society, National Math Honor Society, National Science Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society. Catherine Ross, National English Honor Society, National Math Honor Society. Adita Roy, National English Honor Society, National Math Honor Society, National Science Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society. Vincent Salerno, National English Honor Society, National Math Honor Society, National Science Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society. Gyan Schloyer, National English Honor Society, National Math Honor Society, National Science Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society. Madison Schneider, National English Honor Society, National Math Honor Society, National Science Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society. Laura Shelton, National English Honor Society, National Math Honor Society, National Science Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society. Madeline Simon, National English Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society. Shreya Singh, National English Honor Society, National Math Honor Society, National Science Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society. Madeline Smith, National Math Honor Society, National Science Honor Society, National English Honor Society. Ava Sobolak, National English Honor Society. Leanne Spencer, National English Honor Society, National Science Honor Society, National Math Honor Society. Hannah Steinberg, National English Honor Society, National Math Honor Society, National Science Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society. Jack Telemus, Rho Kappa Honor Society. Noah Timmermans, National English Honor Society. Isabella Turner, National English Honor Society, National Math Honor Society, National Science Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society. Madeline Turner, National English Honor Society, National Science Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society, National Math Honor Society. Lauren Olto, National Math Honor Society, National Science Honor Society. Bennett Weiss, National English Honor Society. Meredith Woods, National English Honor Society, Rho Kappa Honor Society. Catherine Woodward, National English Honor Society. Stacy Zaravelis, National English Honor Society, National Math Honor Society.
Once again, congratulations to all of our inductees. We are very proud of what you have accomplished thus far. Your devotion to mathematics, science, English language arts, and the social studies is evident through your high academic performance and service. On behalf of Mr. Berkowitz, Dr. Tatone, Dr. Thompson, Dr. Callahan, Mrs. Gruber, and Mr. Sirico, I would like to thank all of you for joining us tonight. Thank you to our administration and members of the Board of Education for your continued support of our honor societies. A special thanks to Ms. Valerie Miller, Mrs. Juliana DePaula, members of the English, Math, Science, and Social Studies departments, our AV staff, and our custodial staff. We ask that the inductees or members of our association stay afterwards for a photo, please. Congratulations once again to all of our newest members, and please have a good night. Thank you.